welcome to all our visitors. If you have been invited by someone, we want to say you are most welcome. Tonight, we will be speaking on behalf of that person that invited you. And I believe after the presentation tonight, you will be going to that person and giving them a thank you or sending a thank you message to them, because tonight we will be sharing with you some important information of immense value. And you want to stick and stay to the end, because even at the end, it becomes even much more exciting. I want you to put in the platform this evening where you are connecting from, maybe your name and where you are connecting from. If you are a guest, just indicate who invited you, and let's give you a rousing welcome, okay? So welcome to all of you, including the African leaders of this project that are joining us. So doing this with me tonight are two great ladies on the project. I am privileged to be on the panel tonight with them, to be presenting to you this world-class project. And I will be bringing in the first speaker, and then you will hear from the second speaker to give you some more information on this project. So stick and stay. Please, you can pull a friend. You can send a message of reminder and tell them we are on and we are live. You can take a pen and paper and jot down some important points. Maybe take a pen and then and jot down your questions or your concern. If by the close or by the end of the presentation, if it's not answered, I believe you will have an opportunity to ask those questions. So once again, welcome, and let's get ready. As to say in wrestling, let's get ready to rumble. I hope you are ready this evening. So welcome to all of you from Africa, West Africa, and the rest of Africa, Europe, and America, because I know people joining from outside the borders of this country. So are we ready? If you are ready tonight, let's be interactive, at least in the chat. Maybe have we started recording? We started recording already? All right. So maybe your information, your microphone may not be active now, but it will be active later on. So let's be interactive in the chat. If you are ready, I want everyone to put in the chat. Those that are following, put in the chat. I believe everyone is following. Ready, 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 ready. And then let's get started. So the first speaker tonight that will be taking us through the first session for tonight is a reverend minister. No, she's not coming to preach. Is a reverend minister. She's a career woman. She's a family woman as well. She works with the United Nations Women on the UN Women program. Okay, and she's been in the DRC for over 3 years on the UN Women program. And she also a digital entrepreneur. She is, what else can I say about her? She's married with a wonderful family, and I think a wonderful husband as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it happens to be Reverend Mrs. Bijou Togo, and it happens to be my wife. So I'm privileged to have her on this call with me tonight. The second speaker, which you will be hearing from right after that, is a medical doctor. You're like, a reverend, now a medical doctor? Yes, I mean, this project is so interesting, guys. And She's a medical doctor. She is into family medicine, and she's also an digital entrepreneur. She loves tech, anything tech, she's into it. And she is one of our African leaders also on this project. And I'm very privileged to be joining this wonderful people on this panel. So if Reverend is ready, can you unmute and you can step in now, Reverend? I think your audience is ready.
Thank you very much, HB. Thank you, and I'm very much excited to be with you this evening. Good evening, invited guests and then fellow affiliate partners in this business. Welcome to this evening presentation. And like I said, I'm excited to be with you. I'm going to be talking. I see Agatha saying, ready, ready, ready. Yeah, I'm also very ready. I'll be talking to you about the company that is bringing us together this evening. So give me a few seconds to share my screen. Okay, I hope everyone can see my screen. Okay, wonderful. So this evening, as Mr. Birch, my husband, has said, we are here to have a very good time. This evening is going to be informative. It's going to be educative. It will be a decision-making time for everyone who is on this call, because we are going to be sharing very, very important information. The company that is bringing us here this evening is called Global Virtual Opportunities, GVO, as we call it. GVO is actually a technology-driven company that has been building digital solutions for years, for entrepreneurs, for organizations, for businesses for years. And you can see on my screen, GotBackup. GotBackup is actually one of the products of GVO. And through these products, many individuals, families, organizations, businesses are actually achieving their digital dreams and also their financial dreams. I'm going to be talking to you about this wonderful organization. And when I'm talking about digital dreams, I'm sure when the second speaker comes in, she will actually take you deeper into that. Now, GotBackup is actually a secure cloud storage service, and it comes at an affordable, unbelievable price, different prices for different packages. And also it offers an opportunity to partake in a lucrative affiliate program. So GVO actually developed GotBackup, and it's doing two things: helping you to secure and protect your digital life, and then also give you the opportunity to partner in an affiliate program. I have already said that GotBackup was developed by GVO. It's a multi-million-dollar internet marketing software development company. That's a mouthful, right? So to make it very, very, very simple, it's a technology-driven company that has been building digital solutions for entrepreneurs, businesses, and organizations. The company started in Gatineau, Quebec, in Canada in 1997, almost 30 years ago, and has been in this business of creating solutions for big industries, big organizations. And after operating there for a while, it decided to move to the US in Texas to be able to operate more effectively and to reach out and even improve and make bigger their operations. So it's in the US, in Texas, and owns its own data center, operates from there. This is the physical address of Global Virtual Opportunity. It's not new. Actually, this organization is not new on online space. So it was created with one clear vision, actually, to give ordinary people access to powerful digital tools and global opportunities in our virtual world. Now, having spoken about GVO, it's not a company that is staying in the air like that. It is actually led by a CEO. His name is Joel Terrin, and then he has different types of expertise, different experts that are working with him. You have administrators, you have technical people, you have support people, you have software developers. Just think of what a company such as GVO can be using as expertise. Now, in November last year, 2025, last year, November, the CEO, together with his wife, chose Ghana as their destination for the first time of their lives in Africa to come to Ghana. Why Ghana? Because Ghana has come on the map of the company through the use of GotBackup, which is the product we'll be talking about tonight. They came for a big lunch where we had over 800 people. And then just to let people know that the product we will be talking about, GotBackup, and the company behind it is very real. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not a pyramid scheme. I'm taking my time to talk a little bit about the company so you know that it is trustworthy, it is professional, it is credible. And to even buttress this point is the fact that the company has a board of directors. And these board members really hold the company accountable. It is filled with people with different expertise. When you are talking about board members, we are talking about different expertise and skills. There are people who don't only advise the leaders of the company, such as the CEO, but they ensure that there's compliance in the company. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about data, and data comes with serious compliance. So when we are talking about board members, just have your mind rested that GVO is actually a company that can be trusted, very professional, and headed by a CEO and governed by a board of directors. Now, GVO actually understands something very important. The world has shifted, and that is why we talk about cloud storage. We work online, we store our memories online, we build our businesses online, we do our transactions online. So that's why I said it understands it, and all is shrouded in the terminology cloud storage, a place where you can store your memories, whatever you call your data. You can be an individual or you can be an organization. Cloud storage is very important. And we are being told that all this data we are talking about is generated at an unprecedented rate. We are talking about daily production or generation of data to the point that it gets to over 400 million gigabytes of a terabyte of data daily. We are talking about social media interactions. We are talking about online. I think I have mentioned all of this. And that is why the protection of this data and you owning what you are protecting is no longer optional. It is actually very, very essential. It is a matter of serious discussion at the level of IT, because when you are talking about information, data at the level of organizations, you are actually talking about strategic issues. Technical people come in when there is technique about it. But tonight, the product we are going to be talking about, GotBackup, you don't need to be an IT person. It's so easy and user-friendly. And to talk to you about this cloud storage, there is a difference, ladies and gentlemen, between cloud storage and backup. You can have a cloud storage and not backing up. So I have the pleasure, as my husband has already introduced Dr. Dorothy Hansen, who will come now, take over from me and tell you much more about what GotBackup is all about. She will come first and play the company. We will know more about the company. We will go on a tour with the CEO. Then after that, she will tell us what GotBackup is all about, how it works, and why data protection is no longer optional. And I hope that you are ready to hear from her. Dr. Dorothy Hansen, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Bijou, for that clarity and that beautiful presentation about the company, Global Virtual Opportunities, and why we are all gathered here tonight. I thoroughly enjoyed the foundation she has set. I believe our guest also had a good explanation, understanding of the organization that backs the conversation that we are doing. So thank you so much, Reverend Bijou, for that presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's give some reactions in the chat if you had some awesome clarity about what we are talking about. So I'm going to play the video where our CEO gives us a tour of the company Global Virtual Opportunities that Reverend Bijou has just told you about. Maybe you have not seen a data center before. This gives you a chance to see what happens inside a data center when we talk about cloud storage. And this was done by our CEO himself. So give us a few minutes to go into this tour and please enjoy every single view and every single word that comes out of this store. And then I'll be back to tell you what GotBackup is doing to shake the industry of cloud storage.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm going to code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So a couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security. It's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if God forbid a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible, but if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know, right?
All right. So that was a tour of the data center of GotBackup. And now let's get into what GotBackup is offering. That's the data center of global virtual opportunities for them. Now let's do what GotBackup is offering. So just before we get into the conversation, I think let's get a little interactive here. How many smartphones do you have? How many phones do you have? Perhaps you can put it in the chat. Just put how many phones you have in the chat for me. I was just off one of those the tech conversations I mostly join, and I learned that in sub-Saharan Africa, about 40% of us currently are on smartphones. But in the next 6 years, by 2030, over 60% of Africans would be on smartphones. That should tell you, like Reverend Bijou has told you, something is happening on smartphones, and you can't just be a user of a smartphone. Having done this for a bit, the average Ghanaian I have learned has 2 smartphones. So I believe at the end of taking a poll of all the phones, someone has 4. Wow. Most adults will have 2 smartphones that they own. But GotBackup is doing something unique. And if you lend me your ears for the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you how this newest kid on the block of cloud storage is offering something massive that is turning heads and getting people to switch from whatever service you're using to use GotBackup. Remember, you said that when it comes to cloud storage, there are cloud storage services, and then there is GotBackup, the newest kid, which leverages on 2 massive global trends. And I'm going to jump into the first one, and I'll invite our next speaker to do the second trend GotBackup leverages on. So like we have put in the chat, we are all part of this number on the screen. 15 billion is the number of smartphones in the world currently. But it's actually even more than that, because 15 billion was 4 years ago. Currently, it's about 18 billion smartphones in the world. And if you know the population of the world a bit, the phones are more than the human beings in the world. We are using the phones in every sector. It doesn't respect any age category, any race. Everywhere you are, adults, children, elderly, in the villages, in the cities, in the corporate world, in the traditional market, everybody is using a smartphone because all our lives have become now digital, and we spend more time in these spaces. We are using the phone to generate so much data. Data in terms of photos, videos, documents, music. Music clips are being shot by video smartphones. Whole church services are being recorded with smartphones, whole weddings with smartphones, because the phone has become something that we all cannot do without, and we are using it even more frequently. And we are all looking for the latest spec phone. That's why there's a high demand for smartphones. And for everything that comes with high demand and a growth market, financial success is attached to it. It's no wonder everybody who's doing something on the phone is doing well. And you have a phone, so you will definitely do well if you stick and stay to the end to hear what GotBackup has for you. GotBackup's service is something that is changing the world, but let's build onto it. Smartphone addiction. Many of us are addicted to our phones. I mean, now we use the phone in all sorts of places. You can just look on the screen. I believe you will find yourself in one of the areas. Many of us would have felt very uneasy today if we got to work and realized we didn't have our phones with us. That would have been the most unproductive day, the most boring day, the day that you realized you were cut off from the world. All because so much happens on the phone and we can't do without it. I believe many of us also use our phones as an alarm clock. Perhaps you can put a 3 in the chat for me if you are one of us, because I also use my phone as an alarm clock. It's the one that wakes me up and schedules my day. Many of us use our phones as an alarm clocks, and many of us too, where you see the T-roll on the screen, take our phones to the washrooms. I recently learned a lot of males do that than females, and males spend more time there on their phones than females do. But that's where people get more productive on their phones. That's when they get to do all their emails, all their chats, and they spend even more time in the washrooms because of this device. We've all become addicted to the phones, and the phones are so delicate. Even though we are generating over 402 million terabytes of data, like Reverend Biju told us, all of this data is also being lost at the same rate. That's the reason why the first thing you buy after buying your new phone is a screen and then a case, because you want to protect the outside of your phone. What about the inside? The inside is where your data is stored. So now it's not okay to have a high spec 1 terabyte phone without having a backup, because data loss is happening at the same rate at which we are creating it. Amazingly, stats telling us that over 45% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their phone and lost their data. And that thing hurts, just like you can see on the screen right now. Over 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. And if you are not lucky and your screen is a Samsung screen, that replacement could actually buy another phone. Because, I mean, my friend recently lost it, and the cost of the screen in Ghana cedis, perhaps you can do the estimate, was almost 14,000 for the screen alone. And he had to buy it because everything on the phone was not backed up. The risk of loss was high. And if it's not going down this path for you, you may have seen one of the 2 notifications on the screen right now. If you're an Android user, perhaps you'd have seen storage almost full, device is running slow, you need to delete some things to create space. Or if you're an iCloud user, you may have seen this, iCloud full, upgrade. You mostly have 2 choices. Either you delete precious things you don't want to lose, or you upgrade your storage, because phones now don't come with memory card slots for you to push your things there. Everything has moved to cloud storage, and that is the industry for digital storage. And which cloud service are you upgrading to is the question. And let me introduce you, because I believe you are aware of perhaps Google Drive, Dropbox, iCloud, OneDrive, those ones around. Let me introduce you to GotBackup. It's the newest kid on the block, and it has even more functions, even more specs that is getting the world to gravitate towards it. And let me show you what GotBackup is offering. Already, there are billions of users of cloud services across the world. I've mentioned a few of them. And it will surprise you that in this space, there are just a little over 20, products or organizations offering cloud storage services. GotBackup has wowed the industry. It's getting people to switch. I switched to use GotBackup, and let me show you why I switched and didn't have to blink. You know, when we have to switch from something we are using and we are so sure of to something else that is similar to it, we ask questions, and you have the right to. So we are going to compare what GotBackup is offering compared to what our competitors are offering and show you how GotBackup is already beating them on various levels. So the biggest one will be price. And let's talk about size even before we get to price. Because on the screen, you can see our usual competitors, iCloud, Dropbox, Google Drive. On annual subscription, and cloud storage services are subscription-based services, just like it is for DSTV or Netflix. They are subscription-based services. They are either monthly or annual subscriptions. Annual subscriptions best, because you mostly get better deals on annual subscriptions. Even on annual subscriptions, our competitors do a 2 terabyte size per annum, which is about 2,000 gigabytes of space per annum. GotBackup on annual subscription does 3 times that. It does a 6 terabyte space on annual subscription. But just to be fair, to compare size for size, because our competitors also do a 6 terabyte space, but as you can see on the screen, GotBackup beats them when it comes to the price of that 6 terabyte space. Because 6 terabytes with iCloud is about 419 US. It's about 4 times what GotBackup offers for 6 TB. For Dropbox and Google Drives, about 300, about 3 times what GotBackup is offering for 6 terabytes of space. And GotBackup for 6 terabytes of space offers you a 99.97 per annum price for that amount of space, approximately $100 per annum. It is space you can share with 5 other people. So you can have 6 accounts on your GotBackup space. Each person gets their own username and their own password. Nobody's data mixes. Everybody has their privacy to use their space. So on size and on price, GotBackup is already beating our competitors. But then there's more. The next thing you wonder is, haven't they compromised something? Because, I mean, when the price is low, the human mind will think they have corrupted something. But GotBackup, if you watch the video our CEO just gave you, it uses the same level of security that all the others that you are currently using use. Perhaps even a better one. Because GotBackup security is a 256-bit encryption security, the advanced encryption standard 256 patents. It's actually called the military grade encryption because that's the level of security the US military uses to back their data. And you know they don't joke about their data security. So it's not $100 per annum because they compromise security. They use the same level of security as Amazon, as Google, as Dropbox, as all the other cloud storage services that you know. Yet it gives you more space at a better price, plus even more. Because GotBackup works on multiple operating systems. Unlike Apple, how did I say Android? Apple, which works on only Apple devices. So if you don't have a MacBook or an iPhone, you can't use their cloud service. GotBackup nullifies that because it works on all operating systems. So if you use an iPhone, if you use a MacBook, if you use an Android run device, if you use a Windows laptop, you can back up every single device you have on GotBackup's cloud service. And it doesn't limit you to the number of devices you can use that account for. So one account, multiple devices, multiple operating systems. I, for one, have iPhones and a Windows laptop. There was no way I could have backed up my Windows laptop on the iCloud. But on laptops, because GotBackup works on phones, it works on laptops, it works on tablets. On laptops, it does something none of the cloud services do. GotBackup on laptops backs up to the C drive of your machine. It backs up the operating systems of your machine. It literally clones your machine. Other cloud services back up particular folders on your machine. GotBackup doesn't do that. It takes over the machine and backs it up. So that if anything should happen to your device in the course of your work, for instance, water spills on it and your screen is going to be corrupted or something is going to go wrong, everything you are working on is still stored safely in the clouds. GotBackup also does hourly incremental backups. Every hour, the system scans your PC and backs up whatever new things have come onto your machine. This is simply peace of mind that no other cloud service gives you. But then there's still more because it has advanced plugins besides the cloud service. It has speech to type. It has an AI system in it that can read a document back to you. It has Mendeley in there. It has Translate in there. So you don't need to get other tools to work with once you are on cloud and you need to work on a document. This is peace of mind you don't even get with any of our cloud storage services. But then there's still more. This is just a summary of what happens with our competitors because All the white you can see on my screen, 2 TB, 1 account, 1 operating system, that's what our competitors are offering. But we give you even more. We give you 6 terabytes of space, 6 accounts, which works on multiple operating systems like I've described. But then it gets better. GotBackup has email systems in place inside your cloud service. So beyond backing up your data, if you're an organization, if you are an individual, you send emails to loads of people, your customers, your patients, your staff, your parents of your school, the teachers of your school. GotBackup allows you to send emails in bulk to these groups. You can send up to 20,000 emails with just a click of a button. All you have to do is populate the emails into a campaign, and GotBackup will just take that campaign and send the emails once you set it as it is. It will personalize the emails for you. It will automate the emails for you. So if you intend to wish your customers happy Independence Day for 6th of March, you can set your emails now to 6th of March. And when it's time, the emails will be sent for you. You don't have to stress the night before. This is simply peace of mind. And how much is GotBackup charging for this? $0 per annum. This is just additional to make you more efficient online. For $100 per annum cloud service, you get in addition to it an email system. GotBackup is PCI compliant. That is payment card industry compliance. Means you can use your credit cards on the system to purchase, and your cards are safe. It takes a lot to get that credibility, to get that certification. GotBackup has it. And it's the only one that offers a 30-day money-back cloud, guarantee. If you use GotBackup and within 30 days, you think you don't like the peace of mind you are getting, you can always request for your money back. Trust me, loads of people have come and have switched and they haven't gone back because the peace of mind GotBackup gives beats any other cloud service, and it even gives you even more than that. This is the mantra GotBackup is running with. GotBackup says you should never, ever, ever have to lose any of your precious data. Those times where you have to delete to create more memories should be a thing of the past, because the size is big. You can share it with the entire family. And to add to it, over 98% of the work is done for you. You just have to download this mobile app, this desktop app, and connect it to the internet and have everything that you've cherished backed up onto the cloud service. All you have to do is do the initial setup, the initial backup, and GotBackup will actually organize your photos and videos into the years you took it, into the months you took it, even to the time that you took it. You don't have to go organize all that by yourself. Just set it and the system will do it for you. This product is taking over the world, one country at a time. It is running so fast because it's just in the next 2 months is when GotBackup will be 3 years. Reverend Bijou told you the organization has been in existence for almost 3 decades now, providing solutions. This is their newest baby. GotBackup was launched in April of 2023. And our country, Ghana, got onto the project as country number 82, just 3 months after it had been launched. And you would expect that 3 months of a product being launched, perhaps you'll get in as a country way earlier, maybe 50, 30 or so. You got in as country number 82. GotBackup, the Ghanaian that is on the board of GotBackup, which Reverend Bijou showed you, Professor Kweku Ahini Asari, is the one who got GotBackup into Ghana. Currently, GotBackup is in 165 countries in the world. To put some perspective to it, the whole world is made up of 195 countries. GotBackup is in over 85% of the countries of the world in just less than 3 years. That should tell you how fast this product is growing, because people have been looking for a service that gives this much space and this much flexibility when it comes to data storage. And now we are taking over the whole world. It would interest you to know that you can see Senegal and you can see Liberia on the screen. Reverend Bijou opened country Senegal to GotBackup, and soon I'll introduce her husband, Mr. Calvin Birch, who introduced Liberia onto this project. This couple is taking the project to the ends of the world, and it's just a privilege to share this platform with them tonight. But then there's more. GotBackup has, in addition to the cloud service and the email marketing system, additional tools that help you online on their Pro Pack. This organization has been offering these tools as individual tools over the period of time they have been in existence. They put it all together onto a service called the GotBackup Pro, and a 5-in-1 service that helps you to be visible, more efficient in whatever you do online. In fact, if you are not online as a product giver, if you are not online as someone who has value to offer, then you are not reaching out to the world like you should be. Because everybody you're looking for is also looking for you online, and then there's a need for you to be out there. I'm going to talk about just 2 of these services, and then I'll just summarize and hand over to Mr. Brett to take us through the sweetest part of this whole conversation. So let's talk about the testimonial generator, which GotBackup offers on this Pro Pack. Testimonial generator. For instance, I always use this example. For instance, you are someone who bakes, because I have a friend who bakes the best chocolate cake ever. But it's only those of us who go consume her chocolate cake who know about this nice chocolate cake. But now in our time, we all buy on reviews. I mean, you interact with people online, you go review them before you want to do business with them. Testimonial generator allows her to send us a link to give her a video testimonial. Imagine every single person talking about the same thing in the same way from different places because they've tasted and they know. If you come on her page, definitely you will just know that the best chocolate cake comes from her and you will want to interact with her. That's what the testimonial generator does. It works for schools, it works for churches, it works for events, it works for everything that a testimonial could push it. That's the testimonial generator for you. Let me talk about memory place. And if you are someone who takes photos with your phones or someone who organizes events or you are a cameraman, you would need memory place. Memory place allows you to create a virtual album so that everybody who attends your events, assuming I organized a Christmas party last December and we had all sorts of superstars passing through and we had a choir and all of that, and everything was a memory we wanted to cherish. And everybody there took memories on their phones. Memory Place allows us not to take our memories home, but to put it on one platform so everybody who was at the event get to participate in the memories that was created. It allows you to create a QR code and a link for everybody to share this virtual album. You can go on there and go download all the photos that you want to, rather than having it on a WhatsApp platform and everybody is overfilled, because that's what fills up our phone. That is a product that is taking over, it's running so fast over the world because we are all creating memories, and this gives us a virtual album to share memories of every event that we've had. This is just one of them, just 2 of the products I would just zoom into, because these other ones also give us something even much better. How much is this being offered for? The Pro Pack is, as individual packages, is more than $2,000 per annum if you should buy them one by one. But GotBackup has seamlessly put it together as a $500 pack one time with a subscription to $100 annual subscription thereafter. But something magical happened when our CEO visited us, because there was a special waiver for GotBackup cloud service users to get this package. And you can get this as a heavily subsidized, not at $2,000, not even at $500, but with an additional top-up for your subscription fee of $100, $200 per annum. You can actually get a Pro Pack and get all of these things to make you even more efficient online. I told you GotBackup is doing something that the others are not doing. And it even gets better, because the next slide and the rest of the presentations gives you a chance to be part of something that is way bigger than yourself. To do this, I have the pleasure of welcoming Reverend Biju's husband, Mr. Henry Calvin-Birch, to take us through that side of the presentation. You see, some people start a project with a vision, and this super couple are not only taking this project across the world, their entire family is on the project because there's something they have seen with this project. And to break it down for you to get the icing on the cake tonight, kindly join me welcome Mr. Henry Calvin-Birch to take us through the second trend that GotBackup leverages on and gives you a chance to be something really big. Mr. Birch, over to you, and thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Wow. That was a wonderful presentation there. Can we see some reactions in the from you. If you thought this was a wonderful delivery, please let's see some reaction. Please react. Well done, well done. Great job, Dr. Hansen. Great job, great job. So give me a second or two. Let me just share my screen with you. Great. I believe you can see my screen. Is it showing now?
Yes, sir.
Great. So it's quite an incredible service. It's quite an incredible service. GotBackup product is. It's beating many of the top um, providers of cloud service out there that we know. It's incredible. When I first saw this, I was blown away. I just first took my calculator. I calculated. You mean these guys are offering 6 terabyte for this amount? When I checked, I was paying for that. The same amount was giving me only 2 terabyte of cloud space from Google Drive. And I didn't have to think twice. I made a decision right away. But it was more than that. I later discovered, that GotBackup offers this incredible opportunity where you can build a business. And I went through it. I analyzed it very well, and I thought, this is really good. And as you heard from Dr. Hansen, after realizing that, we got our entire family on this project, including our 14-year-old daughter. Okay. And because when she's probably 18 or 20, she may not need money from us. She will have thousands, in her account by that time. I believe so. So GotBackup offers more than the service, but this other part is optional. Is you can decide just to be a subscriber and enjoy the service of GotBackup and enjoy life, secure your digital assets, and that's it. Or you can also take the opportunity that GotBackup is giving everyone, the strategic partnership. Once you are a subscriber to the service, why not? Why would you not want to take advantage of this? Let me give you this example. If your brother visits you or a family member visits you over the weekend and is down, is broken, and that family member says, you ask them, why are you so down? And they say, I lost my computer this weekend, and all my documents, all my files, a new project I was working on, the company's documents, my project work, all gone. I don't even know where to start. And that person is devastated. And you have been using GotBackup for the past 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, for some maybe even a year. But because you are not a strategic partner, it didn't come to you. You didn't think, oh, I should share this. Don't you think you could have saved your relative the stress, okay, by if you had told them about, hey, you can secure all your digital asset up into the cloud, and whenever you lose stuff or they take your laptop or your phones, whatever, you still have access to them. You could have saved that situation. That is why. And when you do that, GotBackup pays you. That is the reason why anyone, whether you are just a service user or a product customer, you want to, be part of the strategic partnership, because it is a way of GotBackup is impacting the world as well. You have an opportunity. You can make a new stream of income online. Okay, and GotBackup happens to be the only cloud storage service that pays you, that pays any subscriber. No, as we speak, no other service, cloud service provider pays you. GotBackup gives you that opportunity using a simple system. You can build, some stream of income. Whether you want to call it extra income, alternative income, additional income is up to you. But of course, is a new stream of income. Now, why should you consider this partnership? You want to consider this partnership because of one of the reasons is what you are seeing on the screen, because of this graph. What does this graph say? Let me help to break it down. The first time I saw it myself, I didn't understand much. I saw figures. I was like, okay, up here, but let me break this down. In 2022, and this graph was done, work was done by statista.com. You can just check them out. They, when it comes to research, statistics, and other works, they are credible. So they did this in 2022. And what is this? This is actually the size of the cloud market around the world. Okay, the value of the cloud market. Now, in 2022, Statista told us that the cloud market was valued over about 90 billion US dollars in 2022, bigger than many countries' economies. All right. Now, in 2025, let's fast forward, which was last year, the projection at the time was that the cloud market was going to be valued at 165 billion US dollars. Okay. But guess what? They shot that, I think, by 3 times or 2.5 times more. So before the year ended, they had to review what they projected, and because it went above what they were expecting. Look at 2030. That's the next 4-5 years from now. I mean, we're just starting this year, so let's call it the next 5 years. The cloud market by 2030 is going to be valued almost $500 billion US dollars. That's staggering figures there. So you want to be a part of this. Now, that is the main reason why you should be a part of this, because of where this is going. In the next 5 years or in the next 10 years, you're going to have cloud storage just making headlines. If you're a part of this industry by then, you are in the right place, or anything which is connected to this. And that is why you should take the strategic partnership that GotBackup is offering very seriously. All right, so let's go on. Having said that, how do you get started on everything we have said? All right, I like the service. It's fantastic. What do I do? How do I buy it? You were told the family pack of 6 terabyte of cloud space for multiple operating system for about up to 6 people can use, and unlimited devices. The family pack is $99.97 per year. Let's call it $100 a year. The others are giving you a fraction of what GotBackup is offering you for the same amount. So GotBackup gives you better value for money. But if you want to be a part of the project, which we call the strategic partnership, the project is just $20 more. Now, why wouldn't anybody, want to spend $20 more and have the opportunity to earn $20,000? it just makes sense, all right? Of course, it can be more also, but I'm just telling you that you have the opportunity to earn some money. You have the opportunity to earn a few hundreds or few $1,000s. So just the best way to get started as a subscriber plus someone who wants to take advantage of the project. So as a strategic partner, we call it, okay? So that's $120 US. In any country, just convert it to your local currency. In Ghana, it is approximately 1,500 Ghana cedis. When I started this project or became a subscriber on GotBackup about a year ago or so, I paid 2,000 Ghana cedis because at the time the rate was a little higher. Now it's a big difference because the rate has been adjusted. So it's a lower, so you pay much lower than what even some of us paid about a year or a little over a year ago. So that's how you get started on the project. Now, so you can get started on the family package, or you can get started on the GotBackup Pro package. And you heard some of the tools which has been added to the family package, which gives you GotBackup Pro. The total value, as Dr. Hansen explained, it's over or about $2,000, but GotBackup is giving it to the public for $500. So you can get the GotBackup Pro by paying $500. Actually, it's $499, but let's call it $500 or $49.97. It's a one-time payment, and then you can, after you get yourself set up on the GotBackup Pro, you can choose to pay yearly, the yearly option, or the monthly option. So it's $200 a year, which gives you 2 months free, or is $20 a month, okay? But you want to go for the year because you get better value for money there. Now, you can also get started for someone. I have spoken to a few people who have said, no, but 6 terabyte is fine, but for individuals it's okay. But for my business, I will want something more. The enterprise solutions is there. This gives you 20 terabyte of cloud space, which can be shared with up to 20 users, okay? And all the other benefits which comes with the other package, the family package, you get it also in enterprise package. And how much do you pay for this? $699.97. Let's call it $700 one-time fee. You only pay this when you're setting up. After you have set up, now what is the yearly and monthly subscription for this? The yearly subscription, which we will recommend to you, is $600 a year for 20 terabytes of cloud space. Now, if you check out what other service providers will be offering 20 terabytes, you will be like, what? Yes. So it's $600 a year, or it's $60 a month for your subscription for enterprise solutions. So this is ideal for hospitals, for schools, for big businesses that generate a lot of data. And 20 terabyte, 10 or 6 terabyte would not be enough. So you want something like this. University and other places, we have subscribed some of these places, and they are using it. They are very happy with the space, okay? And if you have, these kind of connections or know these people, you can let them know what GotBackup has and what GotBackup offers. They could be very happy with you. Now, what do you make? How do you benefit strategically as a strategic partner from this project? It's so direct, it's straightforward. GotBackup as an affiliate or as a strategic partner, GotBackup offers 7 different earnings or different bonuses, 7 of them. I'll touch on a couple of them because some of them are a bit technical and it requires a lot more explanation. So let's look at the customer acquisition bonus, the most direct, and is the commission that you earn instantly. It's the only commission you earn instantly, and you can earn it anytime. You can make it daily, you can make it hourly, you can make it weekly or monthly. So what is the customer acquisition bonus? Just as the name says, acquisition. When GotBackup acquires a customer or a subscriber through you, and that subscriber mention you. And how will the subscriber mention you? Now, for anyone to subscribe on the GotBackup package, they need someone to refer them. So when they sign up or get on the package, GotBackup recognizes is that person, and GotBackup pays them. So if it's the family pack, GotBackup will pay you 50% of the subscription of the package, which is $100. 50% of $100 is $50. Technically, it's $499.97, but let's call it $50. So anyone that you refer, you know, GotBackup pays you $50 if that person buys a family package. So how many can you refer? No limits. So can you do 10 in a day? Yeah. If you do 10 subscription in a day, or share this with people and 10 of them sign up in a day, you make 10 times 50, that's $500 will be your earning for that day. Okay, what if you do it the next day? Will GotBackup pay you? Yes, you do the same, GotBackup pays you. So there is no limits. So if you do one every day for the next 30 days, that is 30 times 50. How much money is that? That's 1,500 US dollars. And some of you on this call, you can do that. You know people who will be needing this. You know people who will love this. So all you do as a strategic partner is to be a mouthpiece of GotBackup, and GotBackup shares profit with you. That's exactly what it is. If it's the enterprise solution, you get paid 25% of the yearly cost of the package. How much is the yearly cost? $600. How much is 25% of $600? $150. Can you do multiple of that? Yes. If you have a company and recommend the GotBackup enterprise solution to them, and they could be thanking you, but guess what? GotBackup will be paying you. That's what it is. If you get also people who understand what the GotBackup Pro is and want to get to the next level in their social media engagements and other areas, GotBackup Pro is a great tool that they can use. And when you get someone to sign up on GotBackup Pro, you get $200 as a customer acquisition bonus for that. That's incredible. So that means you get 5 people to sign up on the GotBackup Pro. You know how much you get? $1,000. And for many people that delay in getting, I'm sorry to give you this bad news, that delay in getting the GotBackup Pro, the waiver on the GotBackup Pro has just ended. You could have gotten this for absolutely free. It should have cost you $0 to get upgraded to it. You only needed to pay for your subscription per year or per month. But now it's gone. So if you want to get a GotBackup Pro, it's $500. Of course, the package is that amount is still very reasonable, because all of the value put together is about $2,000. Okay, somewhere around that, and you're getting it for $500. That's a fraction of the actual cost of the product. Okay, so that is it. So that's customer acquisition bonus. Incredible income you can earn here, and we have the opportunity to maybe show a snippet of some income people or the potential you have to see some of those or earn some of those income. But before I close on the commissions, let me conclude on this page. Let me talk about the cycle commission, because there's another, all of these headings you see there, they are all commission line. You have the tier one commission, it's a cycle commission. All this has to do with group. And you have the generations commission. It has to do with your team, with people, not just your effort. It includes all the efforts of your organization, Then you have the dynamic compression commission. It also has to do with team, group, okay? And then you have the cycle match commission. This is why our focus is right now. And this has to do with the people that you directly brought in who subscribe on any of the GotBackup packages, okay? It has to do with them. But it starts from Sapphire. You need to be a Sapphire on the project for you to start benefiting or start getting this commission line. GotBackup affiliates or strategic partners, rank up, has different rank when you get started. The company puts this fine compensation rank grade, for them to compensate people fairly, okay, equally. So when you are a bronze, when GotBackup acquires one customer through you, you are called a bronze. When it's two, you're called a copper, depending on where it's placed. It's a bit technical there. Then you have silver, you have gold, you have platinum, sapphire, emerald, up to black diamond. Even though it's downwards, but it's up to black diamond is the highest rank on the GotBackup project. Okay, so take note. A sapphire is there. I mean, you need have to have a team of about 50 or so, not directly from you. It could be from at least 10 people needed to have come directly from you, but it could have come from any other people or place in your organization. Okay, it needs to be minimum 50 and then some other things, and you are a sapphire. Okay, now having said that, what do you get from our cycle match bonus? GotBackup will match whatever the people you brought in, whatever they earned in a month from the cycle match commission. If you are a sapphire, GotBackup will match it by 25%. If you are an emerald, GotBackup will match it by 50%. And diamonds, GotBackup will match it by 100%. For example, if you brought me in, okay, and at the end of the month, I earned from cycle commission, I earned $1,000. GotBackup will give you 25% of $1,000, which is $250. What if you have 10 of us? Of course, if you're sapphire, you need to have minimum 10, but you may have 30 people who you directly brought in, but let's take 10 of them. 10 times 250, that's 2,500 US dollars you will be earning that month as your cycle match commission. Not other commissions, just cycle match commission. If you are an emerald, 50%. How much is 50% of 1,000? That's 500 multiplied by 10. That's $5,000. Okay, guys, maybe now you may like, how really? It's this need to grow for 10 years for that to happen. No, GotBackup is only 3 years old, the project, I mean, but guess what? There are some incredible commissions that people make every month, which will blow your mind. I'll show you it very shortly. So if you are a ruby, you make 50%, but the difference there between the ruby and the emerald, the match cap, you have a ceiling for which GotBackup will pay you or can pay you if you make that amount. For example, if you were sapphire and you made 25%, and that 25% comes to a total of $150 $1,500 from that one person, GotBackup will not pay you $1,500. GotBackup will pay you 25%, but the ceiling is $1,000. That's where the match cap comes in. So the match cap for you is 1,000. Not, they won't give you the 1,500. I mean, they have to do that to protect the business and make sure they can pay everyone. Otherwise, they will run out of business because this can blow. They know that this can grow to an incredible income stream. So you have the opportunity. Imagine if you were a diamond on the project. All the diamonds earn 100%. So using the same example, if you were a diamond, 100% of 1,000 is 1,000. If there are about 10 people, that's 10 times 1,000. That's 10,000. Incredible income, guys. This is the potential this has. And you saw the graph. You saw where this is going in the next 5 years, the next 10 years. Is not going to drop. It's only going to get better. Data is the new oil. So take advantage of this. We've spoken about this already. You want to get started with the GotBackup Pro because that is the best value for money. It may cost you a little bit more, but that is where you want to go because you can grow your digital business to an incredible height. Okay. So the GotBackup Pro has all what the family pack has, and then plus the other extra tools which we spoke about. And these are tools which can by themselves can give you extra income. Okay, can start you a business. Okay, and just by using these tools, and you can make some earning, some extra earnings besides the GotBackup commission, but you can make money from here through clients. All right. So what else do you get? You get support, great support, personalized link. Your personal link. You have someone in Germany, in Italy, in Australia, in Uganda, in Sierra Leone, or in Liberia, and you refer them. You just need to give them the link, and they will click on your link and then get signed up, get registered. And what will GotBackup do? It will recognize that and pay you. You have a virtual office. You have the opportunity to take advantage of the great marketing tools and some incredible specialized tools. You don't need to worry. I can't explain this to my people. Now, you that is on this call, we have over a number of people on this call. So if you invited someone, did you talk? Did you do the presentation? No, people did the presentation for you. So we have regular presentations happening. We have regular trainings happening. The personal development on this project is just unbelievable. And the community networking, networks and partnership is great. You want to be a part of this. You were told about an event which happened. The CEO was in Ghana in November, and this was almost like relaunch in Ghana. It was the first time they were in Africa, and Ghana was the gateway. There was a big event, over 800 people. Some people were turned away because there was no space. If you look at the picture there, you will see people standing up at the back of the hall. It was the biggest hall at the Mensvik Hotel. Okay, so you want to be a part of this, guys, because it's a service everybody needs and it's a project everyone can afford. People will be thanking you for showing them this. Yeah, things to ponder over. And it's some of you already know this. We can rely on one stream of income, but it's difficult to find a great, sustainable business which can give you other income. But guess what? One just crawl into your laps or onto your laps. And you want to take the opportunity to grow this. It requires very little to get started on it. And if you put in the time, the effort, and the consistency, it can grow to an unbelievable or great, give you an unbelievable stream of income. Why? Because guys, life, the uncertainty of life will demand this. You don't want it to be too late and start regretting, when you are in retirement and you didn't take advantage of something like this. The best time to get started on a project like this, you missed it. It was yesterday. But guess what? The next best time is right now, and you want to get started. So speak to the one who actually invited you. I think if the host can just pause YouTube a bit, because I want to just disclose